What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 313. Wonder?
I'm dying. I have been since last Tuesday.
Yeah, so what's your sickness?
I have no fucking clue.
You got the COVID?
No, I don't think so.
And bro, smell and taste.
I can smell and taste, so. Although not so much like today and like yesterday and today because it's become a sinus thing. You know, so your sinuses
Did bro
are
get
all plugged
COVID
up.
while dealing with something else?
Maybe. Fuck, I don't know. All I know is I've been dealing with it for. I started feeling not okay Tuesday evening, and I took last Wednesday and Thursday off from work and just stayed at home dying. Not like throwing up or anything or nauseous or anything like that, but it felt like I took a bucket of lava and swallowed it. Like my chest was just burning so bad. And of course sore throat too, but I usually get a sore throat with about everything I get, so but just the burning in the chest was crazy. And then I've just been battling a cough ever since probably last Wednesday, and just can't. It's just like, you know how you get like that hair in your throat that you just can't get out?
Yeah.
And so I can just talk, I just cough and hack, and no matter what I do, I just cannot get anything to break up or any phlegm or anything to come up. So,
Gross.
yes, it's just been coughing nonstop, and of course I, have a lot of shit to get done at work.
Yeah.
And so I, as much as I didn't want to go to work the last couple days, I've had to. I really had to Monday because I was the only person that showed up to work,
Nice.
aside from my boss. The other two coworkers of mine are apparently sick. One of them was here today, but my boss and I had to go out north, and was out there shoveling and moving 100-pound slabs of concrete all day. And of course, working that hard while you're not feeling very well is not a very good recipe for being able to feel well. And I just, after a day of coughing and hacking, I usually hardly have any voice left by the time I get home. But it helps that I get myself some chicken broth that's real hot that I drink, and it helps with the throat issue.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm down 8 pounds
Nice.
since last Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Bro's
Been great.
dying.
It's been wonderful. And
Bro's
I'm
dying.
currently skipping a fire meeting right now because there's no way I was going to sit through 3 hours of fire meeting.
No way.
It's going to be a struggle for me to sit through an hour of podcast.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Just tired?
I'm very tired and unmotivated to speak, and that's kind of the whole point of a podcast.
This is true. I get it though. I'm exhausted.
Well,
It's been
yeah.
dude, it's been a year. I can't even talk about most of it, but it's been a year, and I'm
Yeah.
ready to be done. And I gotta go take this audio interface into the other room because it's being annoying for recordings and streams. Like, I'm genuinely kind of concerned it's gonna fuck up this recording too. If it does, people are just gonna have to cope because we have to keep our streak. Especially, did
Right.
you know, technically, last week, if you just go by weeks of time, was at least weeks wise. It's a little off. I think it's next week or the week after that will technically be But if you go by just number of weeks, 6 full years without missing an episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So if the audio's fucked, Jedi, I guess you get to deal with it.
Yeah. Sorry, Jedi.
Yeah.
You got to deal with me anyway with how I sound. So
I gotta go. But yeah, so that's my plan for tonight, is to fix all of my audio shit. And then I think, spoilers, I guess, start playing God of War 2018 again, because that's what my next YouTube video is going to be.
yeah.
And by next, it's like the beginning of March.
Right. I've been watching I watched your YouTube video anyway.
Which one?
Like the BO4.
Black Ops 4? Yeah.
I watched that one, but I am enjoying the comments on your shorts on.
Oh God, are there more comments?
TikTok?
I have not seen. Oh, on TikTok, I haven't seen any comments. What?
I mean, there's been a few here and there. I know you replied to one of them, which was just like, "Hey, if you like,
Oh yeah.
Black Ops content, check out my YouTube."
Yeah, check out the actual channel. Go watch the full thing,
Right.
because it's going to be a year until the full thing is uploaded.
Right.
Not really, but it is taking, at 2 videos a day. It's taken a bit to get it on TikTok and stuff. It'll be fully up on TikTok on February 16th. That is when it'll be done uploading. Then
Ugh.
what else? What else happened? Or what else am I working on? I mean, I've got all the other channels uploading stuff. That's been interesting. Because, I created, so there's the VODs channel just for VODs from Twitch.
Uh-huh.
There's the archive channel where I'm posting a bunch of our old videos that I don't want to not exist, but can't exist on my main channel with what I'm trying to do.
Right.
The Geek Plays, which is just for me to upload me playing video games. And then all of the cooking content's being re-uploaded on the kitchen channel, which is taking forever. But that's been posting a lot of videos. I've been doing a lot. I've done a lot. None of it's working. Everything sucks. Everything's bad. The world's a bad place. This year sucks, and I'm ready to cry again.
Well, if it starts off really, really bad, it can only get so much worse.
It's I refuse to say that, because the universe will find a way to shoot me in the dick or something.
I mean, I guess that would be worse.
Oh, there's so many things that could be worse. I will not tempt fate. I'm just not gonna do that. Just a no from me, Doug.
I'm just glad I'm getting my yearly illness out the beginning of the year, so that way I can just not be ill anymore for the rest of the year, at least.
Luckily, I don't get it yearly. I got my every 3 years sickness back in November or September or whatever. So I'm good for a while.
I mean, usually, I'll have a 1 or 2 day thing, and I'm fine. It is not very often where I have something hit me and it sticks for more than 4 days.
Yeah.
So, but here we go.
What's happening? Oh, your sickness.
Yeah.
I thought the here we go was because your phone was buzzing. My brain,
no.
Dude, my brain is so shot right now. Probably because I kept bashing it off of things earlier. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't recommend.
God damn.
Neither does the NFL. Yeah, what the fuck?
Somebody dead?
No, it's usually my group chat for the family.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, it's all a thing. It's all a mess. It's all. Yeah. So. Well, since I guess 2 days from now, at the time people are watching this, is Valentine's Day. Do you have any Valentine's plans?
What day does Valentine's Day land on?
Saturday, I think.
Saturday. We plan on making a trip to Cheyenne.
Ooh, what you can do?
We're buying my mother a birthday gift.
That's your Valentine's Day plan?
Yep, pretty
Hey,
much. We might.
I was gonna say maybe you should take her to dinner at least.
Well, that's a given.
Get her a flower and the chocolate at least.
Well, I got her. I already got her flowers. I said happy early Valentine's gifts since the flowers are good right now.
Gotcha. That's fair. I was gonna say you get those flowers whatever you can. I bought not fake ones, but ones that can never die. They're like preserved or whatever.
Oh, right.
Because it's well, so there are so many flowers you can't have with cats. Technically, that's a whole
Right.
thing.
I know.
And so it's like every time I go to the store, it's like a 50-50 chance on if they'll have flowers that are actually safe for her to get anyways. So I was like, I'll just buy ones that are safe, and I know that.
Right. Yeah. So I got her flowers, and we're going to town on Saturday on Valentine's Day. Because also usually on Valentine's Day, like gun shops have discounts or sales. Yeah, I'm buying my mom a gun.
That makes sense.
She's such a small person that the guns that she's previously used are so big for her.
Yeah.
She can't hold them up, and they're not comfortable. They're like longer than she is too. So
yeah,
I'm buying her a youth style gun that she can still hunt big game with, so that way she doesn't feel like she has to quit hunting because she can't handle the guns.
Fair.
So that's the plan there.
That's nice.
And then we're also going to go to I think it's called like Baby Shack or something like that. Aspen and I.
Baby Shack, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's something like I want to say it's like a thrift store for like babies.
Fair.
And it's cheaper, so we're looking for a dresser and a bedside bassinet. That's the hope.
Valid.
Yeah. If not, it's whatever. Somebody will probably buy it off our registry or whatever. But
yeah,
we would rather get it cheaper, so
Yeah.
But we'll see. So we're gonna make a kind of a little date trip out of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then probably Texas Roadhouse or something. Like
Valid.
That. She likes Texas Roadhouse. So
that's real. I love Roadhouse. That's where I went for my birthday. Valentine's Day, with all the things that keep happening and everything being bad, we are not going out like that. We're going to go to the aquarium. We're going to go walk around the aquarium, and then I'm going to make steaks. I'm going to go get really nice steaks, and I'm going to cook because, let's be honest, I'm going to outdo any of the restaurants we can go to anyways.
She's got to be so mad at you.
So she has food issues anyways, so no. Like because things she's allergic to, things she doesn't like. She likes food a very particular way. So
right.
Like most of the time on her own, she doesn't like go out to eat. And if she does, it's to this one burger place, which she likes a hamburger on a bun with ketchup. Like so it's like, it doesn't matter if I make the burger or if this place does, there's only so much you can do with a plain patty.
Right.
So
that's like Aspen. Like she gets mad at me because having a steak in a restaurant nowadays is just not good.
No.
I mean, they're edible. Not saying they're not. Usually.
Roadhouse is also fun because it's not super expensive. Like it's not cheap, but it's not ridiculous.
Right. It's not like Red Lobster.
Right. And then like McDonald's now costs almost the same as fucking Roadhouse. So who cares?
Right. Exactly.
Go get Roadhouse.
So,
but yeah. So, but I can outdo most of the restaurants anyways with what I can cook and what she likes. But yeah, what I was gonna say was like most of the time when she cooks on her own, she just has Kraft mac and cheese and that's it. So I don't think she hates any of what I do because she has other food now.
There's nothing wrong with Kraft's mac and cheese.
Oh, no, we still eat that so fucking often. Not saying that's a problem. I always ate Kraft a lot. I love Kraft. Like,
yeah, that's a two
it's
or
a
three or
safe
four times a week
oh yeah.
thing here. So
Yep.
we go through so much macaroni and cheese.
Good thing it's cheap.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the thing is it's like when you make a main dish, you're always like, well, what the fuck should we have for a side? You can't just have a steak, you know. You have to have something with it. And a lot of times it's like, well, macaroni's quick and easy.
That's the thing I'm saying though. She only eats the mac and cheese normally. She doesn't have a thing with it, which is very interesting to me. But hey.
Right. Well,
now she does, but that's because I'm a freak.
Like I'll get when Aspen makes the mac and cheese, I make sure that I'll just get a scoop or two, and that's what I'll have of it.
Yep.
And I leave the rest for Aspen because I know she's gonna eat it.
Yep.
So,
like I have mac and cheese with whatever the other thing I made for myself is, so I take a couple of scoops and then she gets most of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if we're both starving, I'll cook 2 boxes. That way we can both have a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Like if we're really hungry and haven't eaten that day, it's like I'm gonna make my chicken nuggets or my hamburger patty or whatever other thing I'm doing with the mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna make a lot of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Aspen's been doing. She gets those breaded chicken patties that you can get from Walmart, and she'll just throw a patty or two in the air fryer, and then she'll just throw it on a bun with some mayonnaise and eats it.
Fair.
That's been a thing lately.
I get that.
Which I like it. It's good. So she'll make every once in a while. She'll be starting to make one, and I'm like, oh, you want to make me one?
Fair. But yeah, I don't know. It's also a thing where a lot of the time we will have 2 separate dinners. Like I'll cook her whatever she wants, and then I'm cooking myself what I want. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I've seen so many videos where people complain about that or complain because it's so hard to pick where you both want to eat if you're like going out. It's like, just go to both places that you guys want. Go get their food at the place and go get your food at the place. It's not going to change the amount of money that it costs. Unless one of you is an asshole and like one of you is getting McDonald's and the other's going to fucking Fogo de Chao or something.
Right.
Like that's not how this works. Just whatever.
Right. Well,
it's a piece of one of my foam panels, by the way. I've just been chewing on it. And then, I was a smoker for 10 years, so this is just how I hold things. The amount of times I hold pens like this is fucking ridiculous. Yesterday, somebody thought I was smoking a joint on stream because I kept doing that and kept like chewing on it. It was funny.
But
your fault.
I know. Well, it's easy for Aspen and I, because you know me, I'm a human garbage can.
Yeah.
So whenever Aspen's like, okay, I'm gonna make this, what do you think of it? And I'm like, sounds good to me. I don't even know why you asked me, just do it, and I'll be like, cool. So
that's super fair. Yeah. It's a time. I guess I'll bring it up even though it's annoying, and Jedi's gonna yell at me for being the one to bring it up. I was watching the Super Bowl. What?
Well, congratulations to the Seahawks.
Dude, I told you. At what point this season did I say that this was what was going to happen because it's the most fucked up outcome for the Vikings?
Right. Well, yeah. That was part of my reasoning. I was like, it's probably going to be the Seahawks that wins it this year, just because fuck the Vikings, and more particularly fuck Chandler.
True. That's how it felt, man. And then watching it, it was so fucking stupid because it's one of those things where it is like Sam Darnold didn't play particularly bad, but he also wasn't good. He didn't
No.
do shit.
He didn't
And-
have to.
Right. That's my thing. Is it's like when thinking about the Vikings and even thinking about like next year or this year, could the Vikings have won a Super Bowl with a quarterback performance like that from Darnold? Probably not. They don't have a run game
No.
like that, so it doesn't
Right.
matter. You know what I
Right.
was thinking though, the entire time I watched that Super Bowl? You know who's a free agent? Kenneth Walker, the Super Bowl MVP. He'd look pretty good in
Yeah.
purple.
I was about to say, you guys could use a running back.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
I
that's
like
the
Jordan
only,
Mason,
like-
he's fine, but
Yeah. Like, have a true, like, impact player, explosive player as
Yeah.
a running back, I think would, you know.
in my perfect world, Jeremiah Love, who is he the Penn State running back? I can never remember. He's far and away the best running back in this draft class. In my perfect world, he would fall to where the Vikings pick and they'd just get to draft one. But I don't think that my perfect world's ever going to happen because fuck you.
Right. I honestly think the Bills need to, like, completely overhaul their receiver room except for Khalil Shakir, and I think probably bring back Brandon Cooks, because like he was getting open, he was getting separation, he was
Yeah.
starting to build some chemistry with Josh. I mean, he'd only been there for a short amount of time, and
I don't know,
he was
if
starting to.
I'm the Bills, though. I don't know if I want to run it back with any of them. I know they're going to because the Bills are doing that thing where they're pretending to make changes while making none. But
Right.
they should just like reset that room completely, not bring back any of the same guys.
Well, Khalil Shakir is good. I mean, I don't know why you would pass on him. Definitely, since he was
That's fair.
definitely your number. He
Well,
was
it
your
depends.
definite
If he's
number
up for a
one
new
receiver.
contract, depends on how much he wants to get paid. If he wants
think-
wide receiver one money, you tell him that, you wish him his best in his future endeavors and watch
I'm
him
pretty
walk
sure
out
the
that
Bills
door.
have already announced that they're keeping him. So
I don't
there's
know.
4 players they have already announced. I think that they're keeping.
Oh, he signed an extension last year. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
But I thought Khalil Shakir, Brandon Cooks, you keep him just as like a depth receiver, and you go after making some trades for something else. I don't know, maybe Harrison Jr. or
Yeah, I'm so
Uh,
intrigued at who's actually going to be available.
right, just Christian Kirk. He's going to be a free agent. Just pick him up, bring him in. And then you go out and you draft 2 receivers. And then you focus on like your everything else is focused on pass rush and establishing and bringing in, I don't know, maybe some 1 year, I don't know what you call them, like mercenaries
Yeah.
to come in and kind of fill, defensive depth for you. And I think we will have a very good shot at making a Super Bowl. Although I looked at the Bills' schedule, it looks fairly tough next year. It's not going to be easy by any means. Definitely not as hard as the Patriots' schedule is going to be, I'm sure, but
Right.
it's funny because there's a world where the Patriots go 8-9 next year.
They're going to do worse than that, and that's not that funny. That constantly happens to Super Bowl losers. Like, hey, what happened to the Chiefs who lost the Super Bowl last year?
Right. I know.
Near the bottom of their division, didn't make the playoffs. What happened to what's the order? Hold on. Sorry, my brain is not my brain is not all here right now. But like, okay, so the year before that was KC, San Francisco. San Fran did okay the next year, but not great. The year before that was the Eagles, who made the playoffs the next year because their schedule was pretty easy and everybody went, this team sucks, and then they lost immediately. The year before that was the Bengals, who missed the playoffs the next year. The year before that was the Chiefs, who kind of broke that cycle, but they didn't make the Super Bowl again. 49ers before that had missed the playoffs. The Rams blew up their entire team after they lost the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only one to lose and then make it back is Tom Brady.
Right. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit different because I feel like they shouldn't have been in there. They should have been there in the first place. So
no. Well, it's like, we talked about this the other day. I can't remember who the first playoff game they had was against.
Chargers?
Oh, you're right. So Herbert with no O-line and a broken hand.
Yep.
Then they get the Texans, whose defense holds them to nothing, basically, but C.J. Stroud decides to play the worst game of all time.
Yep.
And then they get the Broncos, where Bo Nix is hurt. And I hate Bo Nix, so this means something. If Bo Nix played, the Broncos win by 30, because Bo Nix, even if he just plays nothing burger football, he doesn't turn the ball over twice in the positions that gave the Patriots their only points. The Broncos defense. So here's a stat I saw today. The Patriots offense averaged less yards per play and a bunch of other stats in this playoffs than the 2017 0-7 or 0-16 Browns did in this playoff run compared to that full season. The Patriots offense was not good. Drake May was not ready for the moment. The Patriots defense was just really good, and then they kept getting lucky. And then they got to Seattle, where even though that defense made Sam Darnold's life not great, it didn't fucking matter because Seattle's defense just bullied Drake May.
Yep. I seen where I think there was a stat where Drake May has the worst all-time like playoff / Super Bowl stat of all time.
Yeah. It was a bad run.
It
was a bad run.
Bro went from like, oh, he's going to be MVP to he's might be the worst quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Based off of stats.
It's also one of those things where no. It was funny watching. No. It was funny though.
Your backup?
Oh, I see.
Wasn't talking about JJ.
I was like, JJ's not.
Whoever the fuck was there to cover him.
I did see Vikings fans talking about this because all the people who don't completely hate JJ watching that game and just tweeting out, I bet you JJ wouldn't have performed this bad. Which is true because Drake May was being stupid. When they finally got momentum towards the end of the game and were like moving the ball and it's like they've got a chance, the suddenly taking deep shots and only throwing it into triple coverage on back-to-back plays and getting it picked, it's like, why did you just suddenly decide you didn't want to be on the field anymore?
Right.
Like, it's second down. What are you doing? Like, I get you dial up the shot, but you don't just take it to take it.
Right.
If it's not there, it's not there, and you live to fight another down.
Right. Well, especially since it's not like, I mean, yeah, they were getting down to crunch time, but like they had time to work with, and he was like, well, I got 4 seconds left. I got to make something happen. Is how he played, and
yeah. Yeah.
You can't really just bully your way through the Seattle's defense. So,
Well, you can try. It's not going to work, but you could
well,
try.
obviously it didn't work out for him. So,
Oh.
but I am happy. I mean, I will not lie. It brought me joy to see the Patriots lose in that fashion. I honestly think if Sam Darnold plays a little bit better, that the Patriots would lose by 50 points.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, that game still technically finished in a blowout. 29-13 is very telling.
Right.
But there was not a singular moment in that game where you were like, oh, the Patriots could do something. Seattle's defense is different. Mike Macdonald,
Right.
their head coach, became the first ever head coach that also calls defensive plays to win a Super Bowl. We might be seeing, the NFL does this all the time where it flips like what was working. Because like if you look back to like the mid 2010s, you had every year being, these quarterbacks are throwing for 5,000 yards and this is ridiculous. To now it's like they're barely throwing for 3,520 touchdowns. This is weird.
Right.
Yeah, it is, because at that time, the Andy Reids, the Sean McVays, the Kyle Shanahans, the Kevin O'Connells were taking the world by storm. And you weren't running the ball anymore, and all you're doing is passing, and the defenses don't know how to stop this. Well, now the defenses have seen that so much that the defenses are getting to scheme on how to stop that, which means the defenses are really good. That's why you have the Broncos and the Vikings and the Seahawks and the Texans, obviously, being the teams that they are. With these crazy awesome defensive head coaches, which now has led to the run game mattering more. That's why Kenneth Walker just won Super Bowl MVP and Saquon ran for 2,000 yards, and the now running backs matter again because the defenses are now playing too high in this shell to try to stop this passing offense. So now the NFL has flipped from a full passing league to now it's run game and defense again. And as always, right when the flip happens is when the Vikings are the previous thing.
Right.
This is a weird thing to say. I think there is like a 75% chance Brian Flores is the head coach of the Vikings in 2028 and not, or 2027 and not Kevin O'Connell.
Oh God.
If the Vikings don't win a playoff game next year, I guarantee KOC is fired.
Yeah.
6 years in without maybe 7 years in without a playoff win, out. He's done.
Yeah.
That's just how it has to work. Especially when you fired the GM and gave him like a scapegoat. If he doesn't do something with that, it's done.
Right.
Unless something happens in that playoff game. Like, if JJ's great and you make the playoffs, but JJ's leg snaps the first quarter of that playoff game, sure, you give some, whatever.
Leniency there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm also kind of sold on the fact JJ, I'm beginning to believe the idea that JJ won't be my quarterback next year. Everything that keeps coming out, like every player on the team being like, yeah, we all wanted to keep Sam. And the GM getting fired over this and KOC having the weird, it's just one of those things where it feels like that relationship has exploded, and I don't know how you fix that. Because, the only guy who's not saying things like that is Justin Jefferson, who's just like, yeah, the quarterback position's a tough thing to figure out. And when you have a young guy like JJ, he's going to struggle, but, it's not my job to make quarterback decisions. It's just my job to make whoever's playing quarterback look good. Right now, it's my job to go work and get JJ to where he needs to be. Because Justin Jefferson is, for some reason, the greatest media-trained player ever.
Right.
That man cannot give a wrong answer. He is the least diva anything ever.
Right.
It's weird. So I think it's like a 75% chance that I'm going to say at this point it's a 60% chance it's JJ and Kirk. I think Cuzzo's coming back. I think that's the most likely because it's a high end backup, low end starter, and JJ has competition. But I went from, 90-10 that it wouldn't just be JJ to, I don't know. Like, I think there's also a real world where it's just Kyler Murray.
Right.
And that's really weird. And I don't
What's
know
your
if
guys'
it'll work.
cap space looking like?
Well, if you look at it currently, it looks really bad, but that'll change as soon as the new league year starts and you can restructure and cut people.
Yeah. Oh, did you see where the NFL is going to vote on a rule that currently when you offer deals for trades,
Mm-hmm.
you can only go up to 3 years in the draft in the future. So like, oh, we'll offer a first this year, a first next year, and a third in the third year or whatever. Now they're wanting to change it to 5 years. So
Wait for what? Sorry.
So you know how they can offer up, your trade spots to make a trade deal. So like, I'm gonna give you my first this
Oh,
year, and
yeah.
a
The
second
amount
next
of
year.
first round picks. Yeah. I
Yep.
saw this. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So now they're trying to make it 5. You can go up to 5 years in the future.
Yeah, that's
And
going to ruin some teams forever. Oh yeah,
right,
that's going to ruin some franchises. Some GMs are going to destroy franchises.
right, because they're looking at it like, well, shit, I'll just trade away all kinds of bullshit because most likely I'm not even going to be here by the time
Which
5 years
scares
rolls
me
around
because
anyway.
are the Vikings going to give up 5 years of first round picks for Joe Burrow? Fucking maybe.
Worth it. If you win a Super
That
Bowl,
one might be
fucking
worth it. That one might be worth it just because the Vikings are a real team. But like, imagine if the Browns had that when they traded for Watson. Like,
Right.
the difference is Burrow doesn't look bad coming off of a horrifyingly bad thing that he did. It looked good on a really shitty team. But like, there are going to be some trades, which are going to be tough.
Like if the Bills were to, if they pass that and then the Bills were to come out and say, hey, we'll give you we'll give you our first round picks for the next 3 years and our a second round pick and a third round pick for the last 2 years after that for Justin Jefferson. A lot of people be like, "Oh my God, we're giving up so much draft," and I'm like, "Yeah, but we got Justin Jefferson and we have Josh Allen, so
I don't know.
I would have a hard time feeling bad about that. Like, it may not work out, but like, if I heard it tomorrow, I'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Right.
Fucking Josh Allen with Justin Jefferson. Oh my God.
Luckily, that is not a thing that can happen. Jettas cannot go anywhere. That's not how it works. Money's a problem.
Yep.
Especially when it's the first year of a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
His dead cap hit if we traded him would be $80 million. It would be like a third of our cap space. That's not how it works. You can't do that.
Right.
But I know what you're saying. I have to keep saying that because everyone on the internet thinks the Vikings are trading him, and that's just not actually possible. It cannot happen.
Right. Much as I would like to happen, I already seen where he posted, like, because he actually has a really good relationship with Joe Brady.
Oh, I think that makes sense. They were at LSU together, I think.
Yeah. Yep. And so they actually have a really good relationship, and they talk from time to time, and so that's why everybody was drawing that link, like, hey, what if we went and got Justin Jefferson? It's like, well, that's not how it works, but as much as I would love it, and he even actually made a comment on it because it was getting to be so popular, and he's like, hey, Bills Mafia, I hear you, but I'm a Viking, so
yeah,
that's a pretty short and sweet. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep. Sorry, the reason I was distracted when you started this is I was reading a thing because BetMGM, one of the stupid sports books, put out their predictions for NFL free agent signings. It's like none of them are Bills, but it's like Trey Hendrickson to the 49ers, Breece Hall to the Cowboys, Mike Evans ends up a Raven, the Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum going to Seattle, Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs, all this stuff. But it has the Vikings signing Malik Willis, which I guarantee will not happen. Malik Willis has looked really good. He doesn't fit what Kevin O'Connell wants to do, so I know that's not happening, especially in a year where Kevin O'Connell is the one in charge of all the signings also. He's not going to bring in a guy that doesn't fit his system. He's not going to bring in he's not going to bring back Carson Wentz. He's not going to do that. Right. But I'm reading somebody say they were talking to an agent, like an actual NFL agent, and they said that their prediction was Willis gets a 2-year, $50 million deal, similar to what Justin Fields got last year, but plus more because Willis, when he's stepped in for the Packers, has looked really, really good. It's almost like the developmental guy who needed a lot of development, and 4 years later, now he might be ready.
Right.
This agent laughed in this guy's face and said if he was my client, the conversation doesn't begin before triple digits, like at least $100 million. So Malik Willis, I think people might not be ready for how much money this guy who started 6 career games might get.
Right.
Which is crazy. But when you look at, there aren't many starting caliber quarterbacks available in free agency. There's maybe one in the draft, and I don't think Mendoza is that good. Suddenly,
the draft. I'm not really looking forward to this draft this year too much. There's a few receivers out there that I really like.
I haven't seen any receivers I like. There's a couple players I'm in love with that I know the Vikings won't be able to get, and it makes me sad.
Right. There's probably 2 linebackers that I'm interested in. But I mean, really, honestly, this is the last couple of years has kind of been low draft classes, if you know what I mean.
I don't know about that, but kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. I just last couple of years, like aside from like Ashton Genty or whatever, I just feel like that there's not like, oh my God, there's the first 30 picks or whatever are super important or super phenomenal.
It's the thing where, like last year, there were, it's every draft class is like this, where going into the draft, there are 8 or 9 guys you think are superstar caliber. And then it's about how many guys you believe are starting caliber. Where last year, I think I had, 40 or 50 guys that I thought could be impact players. And then, another 10 or so that were like fringe guys. So you could get into the second round. Some of them fell even farther than that to like, could these guys be any good?
Right.
That happens a lot. The issue is some years it's like, yeah, there's 5 or 6 superstars, but then there's only 12 like real impact players after that. And then it's a rough year. I don't think this year's going to be that. I do think it's just weird the positions they're at. I don't think there's any superstar quarterbacks. I'm not sold that Mendoza's a true starter quality QB. Like, when you look at everything that's bad about some quarterbacks, like JJ, you look at all the problems he had. Mendoza's going to go number 1 overall and be the starter for the Raiders next year. Right. Except he's also super young, played on an Indiana team that didn't require him to do much, and which is similar to JJ, has a bunch of mechanical issues, and but then he doesn't have the his arm is crazy and there's these flashes of all this good. There aren't those flashes. He has none of it. And we're talking about comparing him to a guy who was arguably the worst quarterback in the league for most of last year. And that's who's going to go number 1 overall. Like, which is tough because there's a bunch of corners who are very good. There's a running back who's very good. Maybe the best safety prospect we've seen in 20 years is coming out this year. Like, there's a lot of really good players. It's just different. And like one of the best linebacking prospects we've seen in a long time, but he's a linebacker. So is a team going to take a true inside linebacker in the top 10? I don't know. They should. But
I think the Bills should. Especially with this new head coach we have, because he's going to a 3-4 defense. So your middle your middle linebackers, you're gonna, instead of the Sean McDermott where it's like, we don't care about the run. You can run on us all day, but you can't pass on us. That was his thing. He invited the run and wanted you to pass, and that bit us in the ass more times than I can count. But it makes me excited to see the type of linebacker room that's coming up, because they're more of the bigger bodied, see the ball, read the ball, go get the ball, and just put point your nose towards the ball and go, and just fill gaps. And so it's gonna be a completely different defense, which makes me excited. I'm so sick and tired of the McDermott defense. I'm tired. Honestly, it should be a no-brainer that the run should be stopped. It's, yes, you don't want teams to pass all over you.
Well, it should be, but it can't be, because if you go all in to stop the run, especially in the AFC, you're just going to get torched and have no shot to compete.
Right.
So, McDermott was doing things right. The issue is you've been so bad at acquiring talent that you have one defensive lineman who's worth putting on the field, and then he gets hurt, and you have the worst defense in the league.
Right. Yeah, well, not the worst in the league, but definitely had the worst run defense.
Yeah.
Close to it. Not the worst, but close to it. But it just hurts my soul when, it's, 3rd and 9, and they hand the ball off and get 20 yards on a fucking carry, or it's 1st and 10 and they just keep ripping off 20 freaking yards on you, handing it to nobody running backs. It's, I don't know, that just hurts my soul. I feel like, yes, you need to focus on the pass, but also you can't just let people kill you in the run. Like, you still have to have people there that can tackle, man. They can't just be zombies out there, which is basically what the Bills had, which I get it. We had a lot of misfortune, because I think it would have been a whole different defense if Hoyt was there and Oliver was there. And then you have those guys alongside with, our rookie Walker, because I think he showed some good stuff. I'm not super impressed with Sanders as far as a rookie goes. But when it's just Bosa out there and you're asking him to be the whole entire defensive front, that's just not going to work out for you. So, hopefully we can pick up some edge rushers, and hopefully people can stay healthy.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah, I do think I keep seeing a tweet where it's very true. It's, people talking about the Vikings and like Vikings fans being like, this is why we should have never let Sam Darnold walk, and doing this constant thing of we have to go get another quarterback, whether we trade the farm for Mac Jones or Kyler Murray or whatever, because JJ's just not it. And it's like, JJ's just not it. So you just watched Sam Darnold, who needed 8 years to figure it out to play quarterback. You just watched him win a Super Bowl and you're arguing we should have kept him. The guy who, until he got there, needed 7 years before he got to Minnesota to figure it out. You're going to argue that we should give up on our top 10 pick who's played 10 games to go get one of these other guys who need to be a reclamation project instead of just fixing JJ. That feels weird to me. The hypocrisy is crazy. I don't know if they're just stupid or stupid.
Well, yes. I mean, that's basically what boils down to. Now, what the Vikings need to do is, I mean, if they can pick up a Kyler Murray or pick up a,
it costs nothing
really
short. It's going to be Kirk. I'm so sure. I'm still sold on it's Kirk or it's Burrow somehow. I think all that other middle ground stuff doesn't make sense.
Right.
Trade a first-round pick for Mac Jones? No.
Right. You don't want JJ sitting behind Mac Jones.
Right.
JJ sitting behind Joe Burrow now. That's...
Well, no. If you're getting Burrow, you're trading picks, you're trading JJ, and you're trading like Jonathan Grenard. And right, because Dallas Turner came on at the end of the year. I keep seeing people say you throw in Dallas Turner. I'm like, not unless you have to. You do everything you can to keep him. I don't care who else you got to send. You keep Dallas.
Right.
Unless it's like, well, what if we give you Joe Burrow? This could never happen because money. But it's like, we'll give you Burrow and Chase, but we want all of the stuff plus Addison and Dallas Turner. Then maybe.
Right.
Because Burrow, JJ, and Jamar would...
oh, God.
Especially with Brian Flores still being allowed to be a bully defensively. That would get fun. What fun. What fun.
That would be scary.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for the Darth Maul show?
Is it animated?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I did.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, what fun thing. Every time I do that, I just remember him in Rebels when the Inquisitors want to fight him, and he's like, oh, they want to play. What fun. What fun. They did not want to play, let me tell you.
No, they didn't.
That is my favorite part about all of that era of Star Wars. All the Inquisitors who were like going around and picking up the scraps of killing off all these Jedi that barely survived. And then you see them have to fight any competent duelist and they just get shit kicked because that was the point. They kept the ones who were good enough to do something, but not good enough to ever even consider being on like Vader's level, which Maul kinda is. He was a Sith Lord.
Yep.
And Sith Lords are our speciality. And then Obi-Wan fucking dies. Immediately. But yeah. Trying to think of other things. Or trying to look at other things. Oh, I saw somebody flip the Darnold McCarthy thing in the funniest way. It's Sam Darnold does nothing for 6 seasons in the NFL. He signs to be JJ McCarthy's backup in 2024, learns from McCarthy all spring and summer long. JJ gets hurt. Darnold goes 14-3 in back-to-back seasons and wins a Super Bowl. Somewhere, JJ McCarthy is smiling and proud of his protege. That is my favorite tweet.
People have too much time on their hands.
No, that's correct. It's correct. The real way.
It's the only way.
The dumbest tweet I saw during the Super Bowl was Bad Bunny is a Nepo baby. His father, Bugs, has been huge forever.
Oh my God.
Oh.
That's so stupid.
It's incredible. I also do think this had to hurt your feelings too, though. Darnold being the first quarterback from 2018 to win a Super Bowl, not Josh, not Lamar, not Baker, but Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it does feel wrong, but
seeing the
congrats to him though.
Yeah, seeing the guy. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Josh and him are actually like really good friends, I guess.
Mhm.
Like they go golfing together and
Yep.
shit like that. So, I guess Josh texted him, shortly after, congratulating him, and you
Yeah.
know, I just know there's some, you know, sadness because he would have got to one little stupid ass turnover less,
Yep.
and it would have been a couple of best friends facing off in the Super Bowl, and yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
But
The other thing, I saw this another picture. It was last year, just after like the first game of the season or whatever, and it's somebody, a Vikings fan, who edited a picture of Sam Darnold and somebody holding up a Super Bowl trophy to like have Vikings gear and be Sam Darnold. And it's like, yeah, I've seen enough. The prophecy foretold. And he quote tweeted after the Super Bowl and is like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. The prophecy foretold, but wrong team. Did you see the wedding during the halftime show was actually real?
I did see that.
That's so
Yep,
fucking
that's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking through I'm just looking through the rest of the week's worth of tweets to see
Right.
what happened. Did you see the lead singer of Three Doors Down died?
I did see that. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Right?
Um,
Very.
yeah. I'm so glad that Drake May did not get MVP.
Right?
Because, like, if he'd have got MVP and then went on through the playoffs, and
Played the way he did.
yes,
I know it's a regular season award, but like that would have tainted that MVP because nobody would be able to look at it the same.
right, exactly.
He's going to get another chance if he stays as good as he was. If he looks like he did in the playoffs for the rest of his career, he didn't deserve it.
Right. I think he's going to get murdered next year. Of course, they got a shit ton of cap space, so they could get really good.
They're going to trade for Jordan Addison instead of the Bills.
I mean, that's the problem. A lot of the things that the Patriots need, the Bills also need. And
the Patriots got fucking money.
Well, yeah, they got
and just made the Super Bowl. Instead of we got a new coach and all of this, it's we just made the Super Bowl. Come help us win it. That's their argument.
Right.
So the Bills get to say, well, we've got Joshua Allen.
So if we ever make it to a Super Bowl, we might actually win it.
True. Oh, did you see the Olive Garden thing?
No.
A Pennsylvania Olive Garden employee is dead after taking his own life by removing his clothes and dunking his head in a deep fryer. The most fucked up tweet I saw with that was somebody replying, well, at least he died surrounded by family. 'Cause at Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. Which was the craziest fucking tweet. I laughed for like 10 minutes.
God. Bro, how much do you have to hate yourself to boil your head?
Right?
Boil yourself to death.
Because that was not quick.
No, you felt everything.
Yeah. Did you see we're getting a Baldur's Gate TV series on HBO Max?
I'm so scared it's going to be bad.
Oh, it's going to be so bad. Though I did see somebody trying to be funny because, the TV shows are too woke thing now. He's like, they're going to ruin Baldur's Gate. Everyone will be queer and it'll be about refugees or something. And I'm just sitting here like, I hate to break it to you, buddy. They already are. Right. It already was. Your worst fears have come true. Actually, the way that they would ruin it is to make none of that true.
Right. Exactly. Because,
I'm sorry, every character in that game is not straight. Not a single one of them is straight. Not one.
Shit, I'm not even straight in that game.
Right.
Half the time I play a female and I fuck the females. So.
Right? It doesn't matter. And then, the entire game is about refugees. I hate to break it to you. That's like the entire plot. Immediately.
Also, when I play a dude, Astarion is somehow very persuasive sometimes. It's kind of like Family Guy when they go into what's his
God.
face's room. It's like sends his wife in there to yell at him, sleeps with the dude, then comes out, and then Peter's like, "What the hell?" And she's like, well, "He's really persuasive," and he goes, well, "I'm gonna have a word with him." He walks in there,
comes back out. You're right. He was very persuasive.
He's very persuasive. He's very persuasive.
Insane, but true. Yeah, the guy who did the Last of Us show is the showrunner for the Baldur's Gate series. It's apparently taking place immediately after the events of Baldur's Gate 3 and will feature characters from the game. I hope they just cast the voice actors. I do wonder how they'll do Karlach because she is, like, her voice actor is small, but
right,
you could make it work.
Yeah. Well, and also that there's so many different endings. Like,
yeah, they're going to have to pick
lived.
one. Right, they're picking an ending, which is scary.
I think they should do a vote. Which ending is the best ending, and then that's what they go with as far.
I guess.
Or maybe they. Well, I'm sure they can look at like game analytics and see which ending most people preferred or whatever.
Which ending most even got.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, so a last thing before we get done. A bunch of stuff came out about the Acolyte and like their future plans for it and all sorts of stuff. Like the showrunner, Leslie Headland, confirming that Plagueis was introduced in that one scene to establish him as a larger threat for all the future seasons. The rest of it was going to be about Plagueis, and I'm pissed. We were going to get what we wanted, but all the fucking crybaby losers who don't understand how media works cry then baby, then now we don't get any media because they're stupid, and I hate them. But there was a tie-in book that released that also revealed that, as I told you my theory, I was correct. Khemir, the stranger, was being set up to be the original Knight of Ren that Kylo would go on to model the Knights of Ren after. They were going to fully connect that. I'm upset. I'm upset, and I hate it. And I hate it. And then I see people reply, well, as long as it keeps us from having to watch more bullshit. You didn't have to watch.
Right.
Especially because you couldn't comprehend what you were seeing anyways. Go watch your cartoons and shut the fuck up. That's my thought.
I agree.
Watch real cartoons, because if you like actual children's cartoons, because if you watch anything at a higher level than that, you won't understand it because you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them. I hate them. They're animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. Sorry. That's probably a good enough note to end this on, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing? Dying?
I'm dying.
All right.
I'm very tired. I need to go blow my nose.
Valid. Well, I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.